Ever wondered why your adorable pooch might suddenly turn into a furry fury? Well, you're in the right place. I mean, one minute they're all cute and cuddly, snoozing away on the couch, and the next they're barking like a maniac at the mailman, a squirrel, the wind. It's enough to make you wonder if they're hiding some secret ninja skills. So if you've ever been personally victimized by your dog's sudden mood swings, don't worry, you're not alone. We're about to dive deep into the doggy psyche and uncover the 5 reasons why your furry best friend might be secretly harboring some serious ninja tendencies. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even relate a little, because we're about to get real up in here. Like, real. Okay, first up, let's talk about fear. It's a universal emotion, something that every living being experiences at some point. Fear can be triggered by the most unexpected things, and it often catches us off guard. I mean, we've all been there, right? Whether it's a spooky story told around a campfire or a sudden loud noise in the middle of the night, fear is something we can all relate to. That moment when you're home alone and you swear you hear a noise downstairs. Your mind starts racing, imagining all sorts of scenarios. Is it a burglar, a ghost, or just the wind? Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and you're pretty sure you're about to meet your maker. It's a primal response, something that's hardwired into our brains to keep us safe. Well, guess what? Dogs feel fear too. Just like us, they have their own triggers and their own ways of dealing with it. But unlike us, they can't just turn on all the lights and grab a butcher knife from the kitchen. They rely on their instincts to protect themselves. Nope, their instincts tell them to bark, growl, and maybe even try to bite whatever's freaking them out. It's their way of saying, stay back, I'm ready to defend myself. Imagine if a giant spider suddenly appeared in your living room. You'd probably jump out of your skin, right? Well, that's how your dog feels sometimes. Yeah, that's how your dog feels sometimes. They might not understand what's going on, but they know they need to be on high alert. Those Amazon boxes you keep leaving by the door? Totally suspicious. To your dog, they could be hiding all sorts of dangers. The vacuum cleaner? A mechanical monster come to suck up all the fun. It's loud, it's unpredictable, and it's definitely not to be trusted. So next time your dog freaks out over seemingly nothing, remember, they're not being jerks. They're just channeling their inner ninja. They're trying to protect themselves and you from potential threats. And honestly, who can blame them? The world is a scary place, especially when you're a little doggo. Every shadow, every noise, every unfamiliar object could be a potential threat. Don't forget to like and comment if you can relate. Share your own stories of fear and how you or your pets have dealt with it. We've all been there, right? Fear is a part of life, but it's also what makes us human and what makes our pets so endearing. Next up, we've got territorial behavior. This is one of the most fascinating aspects of our furry friends. It's like they have an invisible line drawn around your home, and woe to anyone who dares to cross it without permission. Now, some dogs are like, come on in, the more the merrier. These social butterflies love meeting new people and are always ready to make new friends. They see every visitor as a potential playmate. They're all about tail wags and butt sniffs. For them, the world is a playground, and every new scent is an adventure waiting to be explored. But others, they're like the tiny furry bouncers of your home. These dogs take their job very seriously, standing guard at the door and making sure everyone knows who's boss. They've got their designated spot on the couch, their favorite chew toy, and they're not afraid to defend their domain. It's like they've claimed their territory and will protect it at all costs. It's like they looked at your house and said, yep, this is mine now. And they mean it. Every corner, every cushion, every inch of the yard is under their watchful eye. And who are we to argue with a furry face like that? Those expressive eyes and playful expressions can melt even the toughest hearts. But seriously, this territorial instinct is deeply ingrained in our canine companions. It's a part of their DNA, a survival mechanism that has been honed over thousands of years. It's all about survival, you know? By protecting their territory, they ensure their safety and the safety of their pack, which includes you and your family. Back in the day, dogs who protected their turf were more likely to keep their food, their shelter, and their chances of, not getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. This instinct has been passed down through generations. So when your dog starts barking at the mailman or growling at the neighbor's cat, they're not just being grumpy, they're channeling their inner security guard. They're doing what comes naturally to them. They're basically the Chuck Norris of your cul-de-sac. With their keen senses and unwavering loyalty, They're always on the lookout, ready to protect their home and loved ones. Pain or illness. Ouch, that hurts! Okay, this next one is super important, guys. We all love our furry friends and want them to be happy and healthy, but sometimes they can't tell us when something's wrong. It's up to us to pay attention to the signs. Sometimes when dogs are in pain or feeling under the weather, they might act out in ways that seem, well, a little aggressive. They might not be their usual playful selves and could become more withdrawn or irritable. But before you go labeling them as a bad boy or a bad girl, remember, they can't exactly tell us when something's wrong, can they? They rely on us to understand their body language and behavior changes. They can't be like, "Excuse me, human, I seem to have developed a rather unpleasant ear infection," or, "Hey, my tummy hurts, could you do something about it? Could you please schedule an appointment with my veterinarian at your earliest convenience?" No, they can't do that. Instead, they show us through their actions and reactions. No, instead they might growl when you try to pet them, or they might snap if you accidentally step on their paw. These are their ways of communicating discomfort or pain, or snap if you accidentally step on their paw. It's not that they want to hurt you, they're just trying to protect themselves from more pain. It's their way of saying, "Back off, I don't feel good." They might hide, avoid eye contact, or even show their teeth defensively. So, if your usually sweet and cuddly pup suddenly starts acting like they've got a permanent case of the Mondays, it's a clear sign that something might be wrong. It's definitely time for a trip to the vet. A professional can help diagnose the issue and get your furry friend back to their happy self. Better safe than sorry, right? Always trust your instincts and take action when you notice something off with your pet. They depend on you for their well-being. Lack of socialization. It's like high school all over again. All right, let's talk about socialization. And no, I'm not talking about taking your dog to the dog park in a tiny tuxedo. I'm talking about exposing them to all sorts of sights, sounds, people, and, yes, even other dogs from a young age. Think of it like this. Dogs who haven't been properly socialized are like that kid who went to a different school every year. They're constantly on edge, unsure of the social rules, and a little bit terrified of everything. So when they encounter something new, like a skateboarder, a baby in a stroller, or even just a person wearing a hat, their instinct is to go on the defensive. They bark, they lunge, they basically turn into a four-legged ball of anxiety. Protecting their pack. You're one of us now. And finally, we come to the most heartwarming reason why your dog might be secretly a ninja. They love you. That's right. All that barking and growling might actually be their way of protecting you, their beloved human. Dogs are pack animals, and in your house, you're part of their pack. So, if they sense that you're in danger, even if it's just a perceived threat, they're going to step up and defend you with all their furry might. It's like having your own personal bodyguard, but cuter. They might not be able to fight off a bear with their bare paws, though I wouldn't put it past some dogs. But they'll sure as heck try to scare off that shady-looking squirrel eyeing up your bird feeder. Ninja doggos, the cutest threat you'll ever face. So there you have it, folks. The 5 reasons why your dog might secretly be a ninja. From fear and territorial instincts to pain, lack of socialization, and even love, there's a lot going on behind those puppy dog eyes. Remember, understanding the reasons behind your dog's behavior is the first step to building a stronger, happier, and less ninja-like bond with your furry best friend. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the video on the screen to continue watching more awesome content. See you there.